In this lecture, I will discuss on sequences and mathematical inductions. What is a sequence? Sequence. What is a sequence? Sequence represent ordered list of elements. Ordered means, for example, if we represent a list of even numbers, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, these are even numbers. There is a one-to-one correspondence between the elements and a natural number. We will see it in this definition. A sequence is defined as a function from a subset of n to a set S. Here n is a natural number and set S have different elements. We use the notations an, that is a subscripted n, to denote the image of an integer n. We call an a term of the sequence. For example, S consists of the even integers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. and it has a natural number correspondence. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 corresponded to 2, 2 corresponded to 4, and so on. This is n consists of the natural number, S, and S consists of all the elements of the sequence. Here we use n and describe a sequence. It is not confused with a set notation. It is convenient to describe a sequence with a formula. For example, if we denote the even numbers, then its formula is an is equal to 2n. What are the formulas that describes the following sequence a1, a2, a3? For example, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is an is equal to 2n minus 1. This is a very simple algebraic expression. Now minus 1, 1, minus 1, alternate minus 1 and 1. It is represented as an is equal to minus 1 to the power n. Now 2, 5, 10, 17, 26. It is represented as an is equal to n square plus 1. This is represented as an is equal to 0.25 n, and so on. Similarly, we can represent various sequence using a formula. Double summations. In programming, we use nested looping statement, that is loop inside another loop. Here the same thing is represented in a double summations method. For example, there is two variable a, I and j, where j is equal to 1 to 2 and I is equal to 1 to 5. This is inner summations, this is outer summation. That means this can be represented as inner loop and this is outer loop. When we use we implement it using C or Java programming language. So in this way we can calculate. There is only two term, so I plus 2i. Now I is equal to 1 to 5. When we put it, then it becomes 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15. This is equal to 45. Now summations. The symbol sigma represent the summations of a sequence. For example, the sum of am plus 1. This is the sequence. This is a sequence. sequence of numbers, and we create and we use summations, then it becomes a series. So what is the summation of the series? The variable j is called index of the summations. Here j is called the index of the summations, running from lower limit m to upper limit n. Lower limit m to n. We could also as well have used any other letters to denote this index. We can denote it j or I or x. Any letters can be represents the lower limit and upper limit. How can we express the sum of the first 1000 terms of the sequence an with n is equal to n square? We write it as j square from j is equal to 1 to j is equal to 1000. What is the value of the sequence, summation of the sequence, that is series, which is represented by the symbol j is equal to 1 to 6 j? That means we have to find the summation of all terms from 1 to 6. That means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 21. Similarly, other sequence summation of the sequences, that is series, can be represented by the notations. Friedrich Gauss come up with the following formula, that is summation of the first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. When you have such formula, the result of any summations can be calculated much more easily. For example, if you have 100 terms, if you have to find out the first 100, the sum of the first 100 natural number, then you put in the formula, that is value of n. Value of n is 100. So 100 into 100 plus 1, that is 10100. That is ultimately it become 5050. How does the formula becomes? That means how can derive the formula? That means summation of j, that is the summation of the first n natural number, is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So to derive the formula, we can use the techniques. The first techniques is known as analytical techniques, and next we will see in the mathematical inductions. So first we see in the analytical way. So s is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus ... n minus 1 up to n. Next we write it just reverse. That means here we n minus 1, n minus 3 in this way. Now add the two series. The term of the series will be summation of the series in LHS will be 2s, and in the RHS will be n plus 1, n plus 1, n plus 1, with it has n terms. So it will be 2s into n plus 1. Therefore s is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Hence we derive the formula. Next is geometric series. Prove that AJ, that is summations of all the terms of a geometric progressions from j is equal to 0 to n is equal to a to the power n plus 1 minus 1 divided by a minus 1. Here s is equal to 1, that is first term, then a square, a cube, dot 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 plus an. This is a geometric series. Now multiplied the geometric series with a in the left hand side and right hand side both, we get the expression as is equal to a plus a square a cube an plus a to the power n plus 1. Next, subtract from the second expression, the first expression from the second expression, we get as minus s. Similarly, here LHS is equal to as minus s, and in RHS all the terms will cancel. It is a minus a square and a square, a cube and a cube. These terms will subsequently cancel out, and these two terms also cancel. So what terms remain? That means a to the power n plus 1 and 1. So both terms will remain in the RHS. Hence a minus 1 into s is equal to a to the power n plus 1 minus 1. Hence the summation of the geometric series become a to the power n plus 1 minus 1 divided by a minus 1. We can calculate the geometric series 1 plus 2 plus 4. Here first term is 1 and the common ratio is 2. Therefore, using the formula a to the power n plus 1 minus 1 divided by a minus 1, it becomes 2047. Some useful series. This is the summation of first n natural number. This is a geometric series. This is a square of the first n natural numbers. This is a cube of first n natural numbers. Now next topic is mathematical inductions. In last slides we use analytical method to prove the certain formulas. Here we use mathematical inductions. What is inductions? The principle of mathematical inductions is useful tool for proving that certain predicate is true for all natural numbers. It is a theorem proving techniques. It cannot be used to discover theorem, but only to prove them. If we have the method of proving through induction is, if we have a propositional functions Pn and we want to prove that Pn is true for any natural number n, we do the following. This is a method of inductions. It is a popular method of proving various type of theorems. First, you have to show that P0 is true. This is called basis step. Then show that if Pn, then Pn plus 1 is true for any value of n that belongs to a natural numbers. This is known as inductive step. Then Pn must be true for any value of n. This is conclusion. These are the three steps which is used in mathematical inductions for proving the theorems or any type of formulas. For example, show that n is less than equal to 2 to the power n for all positive integers. How we prove this inequality? Using mathematical inductions. Let Pn be the propositions which state that n is less than equal to 2 to the power n. First basis step, so that P1 is true. P1 is true because when we put n is equal to 1, then 1 is less than equal to 2 to the power 1, that is 2. Hence P1 is true. Now second step is inductive step, so that if Pn is true, then Pn plus 1 is true. Assume that n is less than 2 to the power n is true. Then we need to show that Pn plus 1 is true. That is, n plus 1 is less than 2 to the power n plus 1. We start from n is less than 2 to the power n. Then n plus 1 is less than 2 to the power n plus 1. Now here in place of 1 we can write 2 to the power n. If we write 2 to the power n, it should be greater than or equal to this. So we can write 2 to the power n. So 2 to the power n plus 2 to the power n is equal to 2 into 2 to the power n. So it is 2 to the power n plus 1. Hence n is less than 2 to the power n, then n plus 1 is less than 2 to the power n plus 1. Then the conclusion, then Pn must be true for any positive integers. N is 2 to the power n is less than 2 to the power n is true for any positive integer. End of the proof. In this way the induction method is used theorems. Another example. This is the sequence series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n dot 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 n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. We have already proved this using the analytical method. Here we use induction method, so that P0 is true. This is basic step. For n is equal to 0, we get 0 is equal to 0, which is true. Next, so that if Pn, then Pn plus 1 for any n. This is inductive steps. So we can assume that 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is equal to n plus n into n plus 1 divided by 2. It is true. Now add n plus 1 in both sides. We get in the RHS 2n plus 2. After simplifying this, we get 2n plus 2 n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Ultimately we get n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 2. Hence n plus 1, here the number of terms is n plus 1. So n plus 1 and here is n plus 1. This term can be, hence the theorem, hence the formula is true for n plus 1. Then Pn must be true for any n. This is the conclusion. In the last slide we proved that the theorem is true. The formula is true for n is equal to n plus 1. Hence it is true for any value of n. This is the end of the proof. Thank you.